right, sweetie. And so we were just chatting. You just finished session number 6. And after the first 4 or 5 sessions, we were kind of chatting about some of the benefits that you've received. One of the first things that we talked about was like sleep. So you're noticing that you're going to bed quicker. You're not having like the mind doing the jumping jacks. You're able to just kind of fall asleep pretty quickly. Is that right?
Yes. Yes. Once I lay on the bed, I just knock out.
Awesome.
Before I would be staring up at the ceiling. It will take like an hour or even 2 hours to sleep. But now it's easier.
That is so awesome. And then when you're waking up, you're not hitting snooze. You're waking up before your alarm. You're like ready to go. Is that right?
Yeah. Before, if I have to get up, I would want to get back into bed. But now, like once I am up, I just look at my bed and say, okay. and I feel ready. I'm ready for the day.
That is so awesome. And you have a pretty labor-intensive job, and you're noticing that energy like throughout the day. I think when we were chatting, you had used the word lazy, like you felt lazy at work before, just kind of slow-moving, low energy, maybe not like excited to be at work. And now that's a different experience. Is that right?
Yeah.
So what are you noticing?
I'm on my feet all day, and most of the time I would have to like stop and take a minute, but now I'm just like non-stop.
That's awesome. So like just able to power through kind of without trying as much. That's great. And then you had mentioned some like kind of struggling with some depression symptoms. And I think when I asked you like 1 out of 10 what your mood was before, like the depression was maybe like a 7 out of 10. Was that right?
Yeah.
And that you would have like maybe once a week a peak up to like 9 out of 10.
Yeah, it was bad, honestly. But now I just starting to feel good about myself. And
Awesome.
it's definitely not 7 anymore.
Mm-hmm. What would you say it is now? 1 out of 10.
3, 2.
That is amazing. And you also mentioned like feeling an increase in your self-worth. Is that right? So it's not just the like feeling happier, but it's actually like on an internal level feeling better about things and yourself.
Yeah. Much more positive about myself, because usually I'm just so negative with myself. And yeah.
Would you say it's easier? Are you finding like the negative self-talk is less as well?
Yes, yeah.
That's huge. That's a big deal.
It really is.
That is so exciting. And then with your appetite, you had mentioned some changes there. What does that look like?
Well, usually I'm craving junk food, but now I could live without it.
So you're not even like thinking about it.
Yeah. Yes.
That's awesome.
And sometimes with my depression, like I wouldn't have any appetite, or I would get full really quickly. But now, like I could go through a meal.
So it's like you were eating pretty small quantities if you were eating at all.
Yeah.
And then when you did eat, kind of, even though it was a smaller amount, you mentioned like it would just kind of feel like it was sitting in your stomach, just feeling full really easy, kind of feeling heavy through there. Is that right?
Yeah.
And now it's like you can eat more and you're not experiencing that heaviness.
Yeah.
That is so exciting. Well, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure to work with you, and I'm just really excited to see, the results that you can continue on your own.
Me too. Thank you.
Absolutely. It was my pleasure.